Well, good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? Pretty hot here, and welcome to the channel. Real quick, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Well, as you may notice, the front of the Tacoma is exposed. That means it's time for another demodding project. Today, I'm going to remove the light bar that I put in the front because obviously that isn't going with the truck. That's going in the new one. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I saved you the trouble of seeing how to take the grill off. We've done that several times on the channel. It's been done a million times on the web, so it's pretty easy to do. 4 connectors or bolts, fasteners, let's say, the TSS plug, and you're ready to pull it. So now we're going to go back through and I'm going to show you how to take out the light bar I put in. It's kind of a bear to get in, so I can only imagine it's going to be a bear to get out. I hope not. But let me put you guys over there and we're going to get started on that. Okay, first thing we're going to do is disconnect the battery and then remove the power wire, which is the red wire back here, and the ground for the light bar. So I'm going to disconnect the battery and then we're going to pull those 2 wires before we pull everything back through here and actually remove the light bar itself. So let's go ahead and do that. Again, 10mm socket. Now we're going to go ahead and disconnect the red wire over here for the power that I have set up. So we're going to pull that. Alright, we have a 12mm now. I didn't have a 12 in a shallow socket, if you will. I had to get a deep well, so here we go. Okay. Alright, we're going to leave the ground off. Really no reason why at this point. There's nothing more connected, but I'm going to leave it off anyway for now. So I have to take the ground out next, so we need to go back to our 10mm socket. Let me go grab that. Alright, we have the 10mm now. Let's go ahead and pull that off. Alright, let's get that out of the way. In fact, let's get this all out of the way. There. Put the ground back on. There we go. Like I said, we'll leave the ground off for now. So the only other thing we have to do is get inside and remove the switch and then pull the wiring back through, and then we can continue with the removal of the light bar. So let me go around, we'll show you that, get inside, we'll take that off and continue on. Okay, looking inside the truck, you can see I have the switch here for the light bar. So we have to pop this panel out again a little bit, disconnect the switch, then we'll pull the switch out, and then we'll pull the wiring back through the firewall, and then we'll pick up there with removing the light bar itself. This should be pretty easy. You just gently wedge out this panel right here. This whole panel pulls forward, and then you just have to squeeze the prongs on the switch, pull it forward, disconnect the harness, and we'll be good. Okay, just to let you see, the switches are removed and the cubby is put back in. Back to stock. Let's move on. Okay, time to remove the light bar. Let me point you guys down here. We'll go through the steps as to how you get to it to begin with. Obviously the grill is gone, as I said. We have these 2 side plates here, and this is on the 2019, or 18 rather. The older ones, you didn't have to screw with these, but I did. So these need to be pulled off. It's very simple. There's a push tab here. There's a push tab on the other side over there, and then they just pull straight out. It's very simple. So grab our little handy dandy screwdriver, my favorite, and pull out these little push tabs. Again, very easy to do. That one out and set that aside so we don't lose it. Separate from the grill push tabs, of course, just in case they're any different. Let me get under here and pull this one out. little room to work over here. All right, that's 2. Now let's go ahead and pull these out. We'll start, I guess, over here on the driver's side, right here. Put you guys down here. Let's go ahead and pull this out. Again, it just pushes in like so. Of course, then you gotta pull it away from the pipes or tubes down here. And we'll set this one up here so we don't lose track of where it goes or what side. Let's go ahead and pull out the passenger side. Same exercise. Just pull and set aside. They're just held on by these tabs. You can see one here, and one down here. Set that up here out of the way. Now, this is the fun part. You cannot easily, and I mean at all, reach the 2 screws that hold the light bar to the brackets. So you have to take the screws out that are bolted into the, what do you want to call it, the collision bar in the front. I'll show you guys right down here. There are screws right down here, bolts rather, that you have to remove on each side, 2 on each side. So we got to pull those out. That will allow us to remove our bracket. And then we can finagle the light bar around in there and try to pull it out through this very limited space that you guys can see right here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull those. I think they're a 17 millimeter socket, we'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and take the bolts out and then we'll finagle this thing through. We got it. Let me tell you, what I had to do, I had to take the brackets off of each side to be able to pull this thing through. Because it's not easy to do. Rather difficult to get out. We did get it out, so we're going to stow it back in the box and save it for the next truck. Whew. That was a lot of work. Probably took me an hour to get this thing out. Okay, next step. We're in the home stretch here. You got to put the bolts back on to hold the crash bar in the front, and I think I told you those were 17 millimeter before. They're actually 14. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but they're 14 millimeter bolts. So if you're doing something like this, 14 millimeter. Let me go ahead and put these on, then we're going to put those guards back on, and we'll be about done. Okay, we got the crash bar bolts put back in. Not much to show you there, just putting the bolt in. Now we need to put these guards back on the side. One thing I will say about those crash bar bolts, you cannot over tighten those. I don't care how much you crank. If you can strip or break that bolt, you are an animal. Let me tell you, because I gave it all I got, nowhere close to even doing any damage. So there's a bolt you can crank on. Now, let's go ahead and put these side guards back on. Let me move you a little closer to the action. We're going to start with the passenger side. Right here. Again, all you got to do is finagle it back down in there. Sometimes easier said than done. And line up the holes. You have one here, one down here, and one down low. Let's go ahead and get those situated. That's it. And then put our little connector or pop holder, whatever you want to call it, back in there. That's pretty simple. And push it in, and that's it. It's done. That's back on. Can't get much easier than that. We're going to run out of battery. Hopefully I finish here. Let's go over to this side. Go ahead and put this one back on. And again, you just got to kind of finagle everything down through here and figure out where your holes were. Let's see. And put it on the right direction, of course. It's probably not quite as difficult as I'm making it out to be. Let's see. Now, this one was a little more difficult to get out. And actually, I have it in upside down. It's very important that you put it in the right way up, you know. Let's try that again. Let's finagle it around through here. Just like that. There we go. And make sure our tabs are right everywhere. I think so. You guys heard a click, so did I. That's it. Let's put the little push pin back in. Right down here. Turn you a little bit. You can see a little something something there. Right here on the side. Get my hand in here. Like so. Put you down. There you go. Push that in and then push the middle. And that's it. Everything's back in. So that is how you remove a light bar from a Tacoma. Obviously the steps to put it in are just the opposite. It is a bear to get those brackets in. I think it's a fantastic idea, and kudos to Diode Dynamics for coming up with it. It's a tight fit. While that's good, it makes it hard to put in, but it's well worth it in the end. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that part. That was DMOD part number, I don't even know. Removing the light bar from the Tacoma. Leave a comment down below. Is it worth taking all these things out? Would you be doing all this? Let me know. As usual, appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget, please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time on the web. Have a great day. Bye.